Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're playing some Legacy, and we're going to be checking out this Birthing Ritual Loki Cephalid Breakfast deck. I saw Boschman play this a couple weeks ago, and I thought the deck was really cool, so I've made a couple tweaks, and I'm just going to see what I can do with it. I've always thought that the Cephalid Breakfast deck was cool and neat, and this Loki also just is a really cool draw engine. Yeah, I just thought it was a cool deck, so we're going to try it. So um, let's just go ahead and get into it. All right, we're on the draw here in game one with a hand that realistically can just send it if I really want to, so let's keep it. Opponent is playing Pox. Okay. All right, we drew another Illusionist, which is fine. I think I'm just going to lead on this Savannah and go from there. Well, I only have one Savannah, so maybe I should not lead on that, just in case my opponent has a wasteland. Opponent is floating a mana. Are they just doing this for putting counters on hatchery reason? Okay, they are. Let's grab Tundra, and we'll play a Nomad. I guess there's a world where I should have passed into combat to burn off this mana, but it's probably not the end of the world. Yeah, okay. Opponent has another swamp, and feed the swarm on my Nomad. Oh, unfortunate, but that's okay. Now we will play the Illusionist. Let's grab a tropical island. The Illusionist and pass the turn. Opponent has another swamp and honest to goodness Pox. Okay, so yeah, that is not great. Discard 2 cards. If I discard Chant and Oculus, I can still probably just send it. Let's get rid of this one. This part is unfortunate. Oh yeah, so I guess I'm not going to be able to send it because of the losing a land. I drew the Dread Return. That is unfortunate. Okay. Play Savannah. Do I float out this Illusionist again? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to play the Shuko. Yeah. Little harder piece to remove, and I'll pass. They've got land and a Bloodghast trigger. Sure. Attacking with their 3 bugs, and my turn. I drew another Illusionist. Fine. We'll play one of the Illusionists. Oh, cool. They just concede to that. They don't know that the Dread Return is in my hand. Awesome. Okay, sideboard for Pox. Let's see. I could consign the hatchery. I don't know if I have really any other game against Pox. We only saw we saw black and blue, so that's interesting. They might not be a lone Pox deck. Maybe I just bring in consigns to try and consign the hatchery triggers. I don't know if I even care about that, honestly. I think maybe I just try and go fast. I'll just go back in. Okay, this hand doesn't really do anything. I'm going to mulligan. This hand's a lot better. Put this Dread Return back in the deck. Keep Dread Return to the bottom. Opponent just plays a swamp and passes. I draw a second Nomad. Okay. I could go ahead and float one of these Nomads out there to start eating removal spells that will eventually be for naught because I can go get the Shuko with this Saga. I'm cool with that. And if they just don't have removal, I just win on my turn. Opponent plays another swamp and just passes the turn from there. Ooh, I could voice them. Do I want the voice or do I just want to go for it? 2 mana up. Surely they would have kept something interactive. Play the Saga. Let's just try it. See what happens. Okay, they've got Long Goodbye for my Nomad. That's they took out the one that I had a duplicate of, so that works out nicely. Which makes sense. They had to take that out when they did. Bowman. Oh no, that stinks. Oh, I should have milled. That was dumb. Oh, I did. Okay, we're good. Okay. I'll go to 2. I think my plan is to just make a construct token on their turn. We'll play this Flooded Strand, and I will simply pass the opponent's got Polluted Delta, fetched for Undercity Sewers. I left the card on top. Extirpate. Oh shoot, this is basically a surgical extraction. Alright, so no more Illusionists. That's fine. Guess we're not winning that way. Did they get all 4 of them? Yep. Alright, going to combat. I assume they at least attack with the token, right? They're attacking with... Nope. They don't attack with anything. Okay. Let's make a construct. We'll just get another Tundra. Alright, make a construct, go to my turn. Yeah, I think I'd rather just make another one. I have a couple 3/3s after this search. Grab a Shuko, put the Shuko on the one that can attack, and start attacking. Opponent goes to 15. Alright, time for Pak. That stinks, but I can discard this Nomad and this Brainstorm, neither one that I want to cast really with the Bowmaster in play. To sack one of my creatures, it might as well be the one that is tapped, and one lane. I wonder if they're actually mono blue and the Undercity Sewers is just here as a surveil. I could see that. Okay, well, we drew a Loki, which doesn't help against a Bowmaster. Suit up the construct and go to combat before we do anything else. Maybe they'll want to block with this Bowmaster. Nope. Opponent goes to 7. Now I'm willing to ponder because it either just shoots me or 1 to the construct. Either way, it doesn't kill anything. I would like to draw this Misty Rainforest, followed by probably the Force of Will. Yeah, maybe the Force of Will. I might just not. I might shuffle. We'll see. But for now, let's put Ponder, Force, Misty. Don't shuffle. Bowman shoots something, which does unfortunately give them their Orc army back, I guess. But I couldn't do nothing. Just going to my dome. I'll play the Misty and pass. Karsi Revenant. This is, yeah, flying touch lifelink. Yep, it's pretty good for them. I will go ahead and draw that Force. Now I'll fetch. Get a drop, that's fine. Play a Voice of Victory. Know that I want to attack into this Revenant, because then they can just put all of these counters on Bowmaster, and that seems pretty bad. I think for now, I just pass the turn. Wasteland. Gross. Yep, when it gets in, which is fine. That lets me attack. So we swap life totals here. That's all they've got. Okay, ooh. That'd be really cool if I had any lands. Let's just start attacking. You can't cast spells on my turn, friend. You still can't cast spells on my turn. Opponent goes to 4. And I pass turn. This attack will put me to 2. They should have done this before. I would have died. I should have forced this, honestly. Now I can't force. That was a mistake. If I force that, they are dead. No, they go to 1 on my turn if I force it. Okay, I think I'm just dead here, right? Well, I don't have a way to draw that. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. Go to game 3. Okay, so they showed us a lot more creatures. Maybe I want swords. Just a little bit more of that. A couple swords minus chant. Maybe just 1 swords minus 1 chant. I don't want to go. I think my job is still to combo off and kill them, but this is fine. Okay, so we have a bunch of lands and a Cephalid Illusionist. I think I can fetch a Surveil. I think I'm going to mulligan. That just doesn't really do anything anytime soon. I like this better. This at least gets a voice into play. We'll put the Meticulous Archive back in the deck because I can fetch it. Okay, Flooded Strand. I don't think I actually want to put a Nomad in play yet. I think I'd rather fetch that archive or fetch something to surveil and start going from there, because I really do want to find my next land drop as well so that this Ursa Saga can actually do things. All right, they've got their surveil land to start. Left it on top. Let's grab, yeah, it's the Meticulous Archive. Brainstorm. No, I really just want to draw a land straight up. There we go, perfect. Okay, but now we can play the Ursa Saga and get this Voice of Victory into play. It keeps them from doing stuff during my turn and also pushes pretty good damage. Okay. Voice is in. Now let's see if we can keep it. Opponent plays a Swamp and they pass the turn. Cool. Okay, drew a Tundra, which is just fine. I think I play that, make a construct on their turn. Works for me. Opponent goes to 17. I will play this Tundra and pass the turn. Opponent is fetching. Other basic swamp. Yeah, I think maybe these Undercity Sewers are here just as a surveil. I think they're a mono black deck. Alright, we've got Pox. I will respond to that by making a construct. Okay. That'll let me keep my Voice of Victory around, which I think is better than the construct tokens. Discard 2. Definitely one of the nomads. Is it the Shuko? I don't really need the Shuko right now, so sure. I'll sack the construct token. It probably is just the Urza Saga since it's about to go away anyway. And if I sack one of the other lands, I can't make a token, so that seems fine. I think that was probably a worse exchange for my opponent. Drew another nomad anyway. Simply attack them. Opponent goes to 7. I'm just going to dump my hand out here. Let's see. This attack puts them to... I guess the clock doesn't really change if there's a second nomad in play. It's 2 attacks regardless. But if they have a removal spell... Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to hold it back. Let's just put it out there. Cool. Alright. I'll fetch a surveil land when they're in step. And just keep attacking. This is a really cool angle this deck gets to play, which is kind of just fair combat. Obviously, them playing Pox makes a huge difference in how many turns it takes to kill them, but I do enjoy that I don't really have to combo out. Okay, now the clock is way slower. That's okay. I will get Hedge Maze here. Show me an illusionist? That'd be wild. Narcomoeba. I'll put that into the graveyard. Sure, I'll use Narcomoeba's ability. Gets them dead faster. Ponder, that could still be an illusionist. None of that is an illusionist. I'm gonna shuffle. That's still not an illusionist. I don't think there's anything that I would find right now that I would want. So let's go ahead and attack. I need to find one more damage somewhere so that they're dead next turn. Now we'll use this land here. We'll cast the Brainstorm. Well, there's one more damage. Put that Nomad into play. We're playing against mono black, so I mean, they'll probably find a removal spell, but if not, they are dead on board. I am unfortunately drawing lands for the next 2 turns. Okay, Bowmaster does keep them from being dead. Does a pretty good job of it too. I could kill the... Oh, the Narcomoeba flies, so actually this is fine. I would rather you kill the Nomad. Trying to cast Hogak. It will take your whole graveyard and both of your tokens. Or both of your creatures. Yeah, this is not great. Sure. I think I might just be dead because I'm drawing land. And then I'm drawing land again next turn. Okay, so I can get them down to 3. Maybe I'm not dead. We'll see. It probably takes them making a mistake. This will put them to 3, and then if they attack with everything, I don't die, and they do. Surely they won't do that, though. I definitely can't take 2 Hogak hits. And if they have a single Bowmaster, I'm also dead. Unfortunately, only Hogak is attacking, which means I am dead, I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to block it. Yeah, just a land. GG's, opponent. There's nothing I can do here. Alright, cool. Well, that was a fun game against Pox, but they got it. Let's go to round 2. I'm excited to announce that I'll be attending CubeCon 2026 in Madison, Wisconsin, August 27th through 30th. CubeCon features the world's largest organized cube tournament with 75 unique cubes submitted and voted on by the community. Alongside the main event tournament, there are side events, open play, and even a late night bar cube. There really is something for everyone at this event. Check out the link in the description for more information, and I hope to see you there. Alright, we're on the play here in round 2. This hand doesn't do anything. We'll mulligan. This looks better. I'll keep it. If I put the archive back in the deck, that's a thing I could fetch, or I could just keep my 3 lands that I have. That's tempting. Turn 2 voice, turn 3 nomad illusionist. You know what? Let's do that. Let's put the brainstorm back, and we'll just start on the meticulous archive. Okay. Meticulous archive. I don't need another land. Put that in the graveyard. Flags. What the heck is going on here? Okay. And Zach Fair. I have no idea what my opponent is doing, but I'm here for it. Okay. Found a ponder. I'm just going to fetch and put this Voice of Victory into play. That just resolves. That's nice. Okay. Don't have removal for my Voice of Victory. Other flagstones because legend rule. All right. So when it is put into the graveyard, search for planes. Okay. Sure. That's cool. All right, now we got Leonardo. That is a combo piece. unlucky for them, I also am something of a combo deck. Play the Beseju, play Nomad, play Cephalid, GG. Alright, to the sideboard. No idea what my opponent is doing. There are creatures. I'm probably going to want swords, maybe even prismatic ending. They appeared to be like mono white. Orange Chant's probably not that useful. I could probably go down a Shuko, maybe trim an Oculus and a Loki, just kind of bring in some removal, keep the combo stuff intact. We'll try it. Okay, this hand has removal spells and nothing else, and the Dread Return is in the hand. That's mulligan. This is better. I put one card on bottom. I will put the Ponder on the bottom. Well, if I do Ponder, then Force of Will is not, or I could Force still. Yeah, we'll put the Ponder on bottom. Snow Covered Plains into an Ocelot Pride. That's fine. I can remove that before it becomes a problem, which means I'm not going to start on this Hedge Maze, which is a little annoying because I think I'd like to prismatically end that Ocelot Pride. Grab Tundra, mana value, yeah, so that's all I need for that, and we'll pass. Oh, did they literally keep one land and Ocelot Pride? Okay, that seems good for me. Okay, because I don't have the fetch anymore, I'm going to Ponder. Okay, so there's a land that I do want, but I can get that next turn. Let's draw the swords, surveil away the brainstorm, and then draw the land next turn. I'm cool with that. Put brainstorm in the graveyard and then pass the turn. Opponent has Minas Tirith now. Okay, so they're like white legends, I guess. That's interesting. Okay, there's the Flooded Strand. I think I just want voice, hold up swords. And if they don't do anything, I can fetch a surveil land. Trying to swords my Voice of Victory. I actually think I want to force this because they're like doing nothing. Let's do it. I'll pitch the Brainstorm. That's the only thing I have that I can pitch to it. If they send another one, then that is unfortunate. Okay, Cage. Yeah, so I'm not doing Illusionist combo, turns out, which is fine. Good thing I kept this Voice of Victory around. Savannah. I don't think I want that right now. Dread Return. That's not useful in any way. Okay, opponent goes to 17. I'll go ahead and play this Nomad. It's just something to do. Thalia. Non-creature spells cost one more. That's fine. I can go ahead and swords that Thalia. Oh, there we go. There's something to do. Let's go to combat first. Play this Urza Saga. The turn. Ganyo Castle. Another legendary land. Helia. Okay, this one you've full casted it. It's a Soul Sister, and then if you gain 3 life, you draw a card. Cool. Okay, I suppose I will start with a Brainstorm. Oculus is great. Let's put back Dread Return and Ponder. Play Tundra. Would I rather have the Oculus or the Saga token? I think I'd like to get this. Can I exile 6 cards from my graveyard? I have plenty of stuff that I can exile. Yeah, I think let's just get this Oculus into play. 4, 6, it mostly doesn't matter. If I attack like this, I can redirect. If they block the voice, I can redirect one of the. No, that's not how this works. That's damage that we dealt to this creature. Yeah, okay. No attacks. They've got a swords for my Oculus. That's fine. Well, I never want to see this Dread Return, so let's turn it into a creature. Oh, but Oculus also doesn't work under Graph Digger's Cage. Okay, unless I just screwed up. But I don't know. It might not work under Cage. It's a creature entering from the library. Guide of Souls. It's gross. No blocks. Sneaking in the Leonardo. Nice. My turn. Make a construct token. Grab a Shuko. Put the Shuko on the construct. No, put the Shuko on the Voice of Victory. There we go. Voice can attack. They'll block one of the warriors. I will play another Voice of Victory. Okay. I just looked it up. Confirmed Manifest Dread doesn't work under Graph Digger's Cage, which I should have known, and I should have just made a construct token, but it did gain us 5 life off of the swords, so that's something, I guess. Alright, they're warping Hylia. Something tells me they'll get to draw a card here. Leonardo's going to get real big. So yeah, they'll be... Oh, and they're going to Caracas it instead of letting it go into warp. Interesting. Oh, so they can warp it again? That's cool. Gain a ton of life. Yeah, I need to find a removal spell for this Leonardo. Pronto. Jeez. Oh no, it's going to fly now too. Yikes. Okay, I really need to find swords. I can't block, so I won't. Okay, Narcomoeba is not a Swords to Plowshares. It does technically block the Leonardo. Does that matter? They're at 30. They have the Hylia in hand again, which means they do the same thing. They're going to go up to like 40. Yeah, all right. I'm good to concede this one. Okay. I need a way to make sure Graph Digger's Cage doesn't exist. Bring in a couple consigns. Cut. I cut for those. One Brainstorm, one Ponder. Sure, let's try it. Okay, Narcomoeba in my hand is not ideal, but I've got consign. I've got some removal. I'll keep this. Yeah, we'll just lead on the Misty, and then it gives me options. Ocelot Pride. Yep, that's fine. Get Meticulous Archive. Don't need another one of those. Okay, that's a way to get rid of the cage as well. Play this Tropical Island. Well, let's just go ahead and Prismatic Ending the Pride again. That is just not a card I want to fight at all. I'll play Trop and pass the turn. They've got their flagstones, and there's the cage that I held this consigned to memory for. I wonder if they have more than one of those. Hope not. Do I hold on to this Beseju just in case is the question. I think I will. Let's brainstorm here. The correct land. Okay, Oculus is sweet. Sword is also sweet. I don't need the Oculus this turn, so that can go on top. And the Narcomoeba can go on top. I don't really want to draw it, but it is something that is... No, let's put one of the Nomads on top. And then I still have Force Blue card. So, one Nomad, one Oculus. I don't know that I even care about playing this Nomad right now. I think I'll just... Do I play this land? Playing this land means I have access to Oculus. So yeah, I will. And I'd rather hold up Force than play any of these creatures. Or hold up Swords and Force than play any of the creatures. There's Caracas and Mikey and Leo, Chaos and Order. Whenever you put a counter on a creature you control, draw a card. Only once. That's fine. They can protect that with the Caracas, which is kind of annoying, but I put those back in the wrong order. Dang it. That's fine. I will, no, let's, my lands are in a bad spot here. I think I just swords this Mikey and Leo in their upkeep, and then they have to Caracas in their upkeep if they want to keep it. So, and I want to keep Force around, so we'll just pass the turn. Swords this now. If you want to protect it, you have one less mana on your turn. Yep. A second Caracas. Well, cool. All right. The Mikey and Leo's back. Do I force it this time? No. Now we draw Oculus, and we play the Oculus. Oh, wait. Do I have enough? I need 6 cards in my graveyard. Yep. Okay. That sucks. But I have this. Don't have another one. They have another one. That sucks too. Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter. So we'll make Prismatic Ending into a creature. I would have actually liked both of those cards. So that stinks a little bit. Guide of Soul, Ocelot Pride. Yikes. They make a token, get more life. All right. Draw an Illusionist. That'd be cool. Nope, that's a snow-covered plains. Yeah, this game feels pretty over. And I'm sure it's my fault, but I just feel like I've drawn nothing but air, which is maybe just the nature of this deck. I guess my 2/2 can attack. I just need to draw a Cephalid Illusionist. What the heck is this? Jumpstart card. When it enters, put a 1 counter on a creature. When you attack, target creature with a 1 counter gains first strike. If it has 2, it gains double strike. Okay, well, that's pretty gross. Yeah, you're going to do what you do. Okay, so Ocelot Pride got a 1/1 counter. And they drew a card because of the Mikey. They picked that guy back up with Caracas. Mox Amber, he's back. Now the Ocelot Pride has double strike. They are tapped out, so if I do draw Illusionist, I should be able to win, I think. Yeah, this Ocelot Pride's gonna get huge. It's gonna deal 10 damage, sure. Illusionist off the top. Oh my gosh. Magic is easy. So now we just... I can't believe that worked. All right, cool. So those some good games. All right. GG's opponent. That was fun. Let's go on to round 3. All right, we're on the draw here in round 3. This hand doesn't do anything. I'm gonna mulligan. This hand mostly doesn't do anything, but it does have a ponder. I'll keep it. Put the Dread Return back in the deck. I don't want it in my hand. And we'll go. Opponent has an Underground Sea and a ponder of their own. Sure. Okay. I'm going to actually start on this Meticulous Archive. I just don't really need to do any of this other stuff right now. Do I want another land? I think I will put that one in the graveyard and pass the turn. Opponent plays a Scalding Tarn and a Brainstorm. Yep, that's fine. Ooh, the Birthing Pod, or Birthing Ritual. That's fun. I don't have a creature right now to do anything with it, so I don't think I will. I think I just want to play this Loki. I'm going to hold back this Misty Rainforest. Let's play Loki. We'll pass the turn. First time Loki has shown up. First time Birthing Ritual has shown up. Maybe we'll get to do some fun pod stuff. Opponent fetches their Surveil land in the instep. Puts a Stifle in the graveyard. Okay, good to know that I should be playing around that. Plays a Flooded Strand. They've got a Swords on my Loki. I will not respond. There's a Tamiyo. I don't know that I want to fight against a Tamiyo. I'll force the Tamiyo pitching Ponder. There's a Brainstorm. That's the reason I held back the fetch land. They do have a land up, so they could theoretically stifle me, which would be sad. I'll go ahead and Brainstorm. I found Chant, Voice, Ponder. I'm definitely not ready to be chanting. Voice is really good with the Birthing Ritual. Put the Ponder on top. Play this fetch land. Do I think they will stifle me? Let's find out. Okay, they did not. Thank goodness. I want the Savannah. Let's get the Voice into play. And then next turn I can get Birthing Ritual in. Start doing cool stuff. Now they're fetching. Brainstorm. Okay, I wonder if they just wanted to Brainstorm on my turn anyway, so they have to do it now. All right, Voice is in. Pass the turn. 3 Fairy. All right, we both have silence effects. Are you going to bounce my Voice? That would make me sad. You sure are. Okay, there's a Cephalid Illusionist. I guess I just put the Voice back into play. Yeah. All right, Voice is back in, and I'll pass the turn. I can't bounce it this time. And those tick Teferi up. That makes sense. Flow state with both instant and sorcery in the yard. It's a good flow state. Caracas. Okay. That's Loki. Doesn't do anything anymore. Okay. My opponent has lost connection, so we'll see if they come back. Hopefully they do. Okay. Opponent's back. They're casting a Thoughtseize. I'm going to lose my Illusionist. Probably. Or the Birthing Ritual. Alright, I did lose the Birthing Ritual. Oh, and they've got a Swords for my Voice. Yikes. Alright, I am so far behind. And they've got a Caracas to cover the Loki. All I drew was a Force of Will. I don't know what to even do here. I play a Cephalid Illusionist. And I hope I draw a Nomad, I guess. Teferi's going to uptick. They've got another flow state. I almost want to force this just to keep them lower on cards in hand. They'll have 2 cards in hand. You know what? I will force this. I can't force this. They have a Teferi. What am I doing? I'm pressing 6 and letting them do whatever they want. Okay, I found a land. I'll play it. I'm going to go ahead and play this Teferi, or this Loki. Not that it's going to stay in play because of the Caracas, but I can tax their Caracas a little bit. Attack Teferi back down to 2, so it can't bounce anything. Yep, Caracas picks up the Loki, and they cast an instant speed flow state. That feels even worse than a flow state on their turn. I'm so cooked. I don't know how they win the game, though. There's a Tamiyo. I guess that's a card that helps you win games in a slow, gross way. Let's get the hedge maze. Find literally anything to do. Well, I don't want to draw a Thassa's Oracle. Put that in the graveyard. Oh. Oh, there's... Oh. How did you... That sucks. Okay. Well, cool. I had an out, and now instead I don't, because they had instant speed Thoughtseize right after I drew my Nomad. Here's a Loki. Again. Caracas on the Loki. Just keep making them do that. And they've got a sword on the Illusionist. I mill Oculus Tundra Ponder. Oculus would have been pretty nice to have, but oh well. They have instant speed again. Island cycling Alorian revealed. Tammy's gonna get in to make a clue. Quantum Riddler. Gross. Quantum Riddler from one in hand. Extra gross. Tamio flips. Riddler goes away. Now it's my turn. Okay. Let's ponder. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and ponder over top. Why not? Okay, I found another Illusionist. I don't care about any of these cards. Actually, use the ability. That isn't helpful. I'm good. I could never win from this state. So how do I fix that? Prismatic Ending comes in over the two swords that are in, and Carpet seems really good, which can replace one Shuko. Yeah, I could Force of Negation instead of Force of Will, but I think I just want to try this little change here. Give myself some Planeswalker removal. Okay, we've got the Carpet, Nomad, Illusionist, Force to protect everything. Sure, go ahead and get this Carpet into play. All right. Yes, use the ability. It doesn't matter. They don't have any islands. It's funny that I get to use the ability then. Well, that sucks. Draw a land? I drew a land. Okay, so I don't think I want to float a Nomad out there yet. So let's just pass the turn. I can fetch a Surveil land on their turn. They've got a polluted Delta that they're not going to crack so that I don't get Carpet mana. I forgot to fetch in their instep. That's okay. I think I will just pass since I messed up and don't really want to do anything with any of these cards. They have to fetch. They have to get an island eventually. Oh, I forgot they were a stifle deck. Oh, this could be bad. Yep. Okay, well, I have to force this or I'm going to be just completely in the dumpster. Okay, and now they have an island for me. Put the Narcomoeba in the graveyard. Get the Narcomoeba ability. Turn. Okay, so if I make one mana off of... I think I can just win here. I mean, they might have a way to stop me. Yes, make a white. Play the Nomad. I could wait and go for this next turn. If the Nomad lives, I could go for it next turn with Chant to protect. I think they have it. Let's just find out. Cool. They did not have it. Back to the sideboard. I don't think I'm going to change anything. Just go back in. We've got 2 Surveil lands, 1 removal spell, Forcible and Narcomoeba. This does not feel keepable. No colored mana sources. Mulligan again. No blue mana. Yikes. I have to go for another one. That's just not a playable hand. Okay. Keep this. There are cards in it that I can play. I'll put back a Force, a Chant, and another Force, I guess. None of these cards really do anything, but some of them at least cast spells. Okay, we found a Loki. That's something. I'll Surveil in their instep, except they might have Stifle. So now I cannot afford to try and Surveil in their instep. Let's do this Plains and just play a Shuko. We'll pass the turn. That was my opportunity to fetch, and I missed it. Okay, they've got a Containment Priest. I'm just going to fetch here while they're tapped out. Get the Hedge Maze. Oculus. Not really anywhere close to Oculus. Sure, you got a Containment Priest. Prismatic Ending on my Shuko. Sure, they're attacking for 2. And okay, I found an Urza Saga. That's something to do. We'll play that. Play Loki. Play Birthing Ritual. Nah, I'll play Loki. Ritual doesn't do anything until I have creatures in play anyway. They've got a Swords for my Loki. Sure. Brainstorm. Yep. Containment Priest. Getting in again. And my turn. Okay. They do not have Stifle up, so I can fetch to my heart's desire. I'm going to ponder first. Force of Will, Orm's Chant, Snow-Covered Island. I don't want any of these. Drew a Tundra anyway. I'll just use the fetch land while Stifle is down. Get a Tundra. I'm going to go ahead and make the construct now too. Okay. I'm not hiding anything. You can go. This birthing ritual doesn't work at all under the Containment Priest, so we're basically just Saga gaming at the moment. Still can't block. Okay, I found a prismatic ending. That's pretty good. Let's make a construct. The Tundra for it. We'll get nothing because there are no Shukos left in the deck. That's pretty sad. Play this Tundra. Put 2 colors into prismatic ending to get the priest out of here. Cool. That works. I'll attack with 1 construct. My construct gets swords. Okay. Oh boy. All right. Teferi is back. So I'm going to have no constructs. Yep. All right. Brainstorm, set me free. Nomad and Illusionist. I mean, if they don't have a way to stop this, we'll have it. All right. They had a Force of Will. That's fine. Maybe I just draw another Illusionist. Teferi upticks. Flow state. Well, that seems bad for me. There is a sorcery. Yep. All right. So, full power flow state. Caracas. My turn. Draw an Illusionist? No. Right. I knew I was not drawing Illusionist. I brainstormed. Sure. We'll play this birthing ritual. Another float. Okay, cool. Go to combat. I'll attack Teferi with this Nomad. Instep, we'll get a birthing ritual trigger. Are there any good 2-drops? Right, that's how this works. Sacrifice a creature, put a creature of mana value X or less, where X is sacrificed. Creature's mana value. Oh, wait. Is X plus. Yeah. Okay, so I could get Loki, which is bad, into the Caracas, or this Voice of Victory, which seems good. Get the voice and pass. Voice of Victory lets me kind of go nutso with the birthing ritual. They found a wasteland. That's fine. Taking out my green. Tamiyo, sure. Another birthing ritual. I can't cast that because you got rid of my green. Go to combat. Attack Teferi. Everything attack Teferi. Okay. Go to instep. I want sacrifice to go first so the birthing ritual happens. Okay. There are literally 0 creatures here. Tragic. Yeah, go ahead, nerd. I can't cast this spell anyway. They attack with Tamiyo and make a clue. Oh no, they're casting more spells. Oh, nope, they're cracking the clue. Found a fetch land. Do they have a way to flip the Tamiyo? I hope not. Flow state does not flip Tamiyo. I'm not happy about it, but it doesn't flip Tamiyo. Okay, there's a Cephalid Illusionist. I think I should just hold on to that, probably, because I can't win at instant speed. So even if I were to flip a token into a Nomad, there's no way for me to win. But they do have Thought Seizes. I might end up playing the Illusionist, but that's a future me problem. Do the attacking. I will go ahead and play this Illusionist out. Go to my instep. Okay, we found... Ooh, I could flip, instead of trying to combo, I could flip one of these 2-drops into a Bornoculus. That seems really good. Do I want it to be the Voice or the Illusionist? They have 3 cards in hand, but they keep flow stating. Okay, I think I'm going to flip Cephalid Illusionist into a Bornoculus. Put a Nomad into play face down. I can always flip that over. Got a Ponder. I think this one's going to be close. Another wasteland. Well, if they're attacking with the Tamiyo, they presumably have a way to flip the Tamiyo. But I'll put the blocker in front of it. They're just going to crack the clue. That makes sense. It's fine. Make their Tamiyo bubble. Another Tamiyo. Hate that. They did have a swords. Okay. This game no longer feels close or winnable. Drew a Narcomoeba. Not real excited about that. Everything's attacking Tamiyo. Not that it matters. They're all going to get Tamiyo bubbled down. Oh, these don't. That's true. Okay. Go to combat damage. Play this Narcomoeba. Instep. We can flip a token into a Nomad. Cool. Yeah. It still feels kind of close, but I'm just not sure I can beat the Tamiyo. I'm running out of time to do so. Oh, okay. So now they're going to double bubble. Gross. Oh, yeah. That means I mean, either way, it's at 4, so it doesn't really matter. I guess if I draw an illusionist and they somehow just don't have anything. Or I guess if it's on my turn and I draw illusionist, I win. Hit me with the wasteland. Okay. They're doing a lot of stuff. They warped riddlers. They've wasted me. They've pondered. Doing a lot of things. Cast with, oh, they stifled the warp trigger. Sure. I will not be attacking with anything. Go to my end step. There's an abhorrent oculus. I will flip Narcomoeba into that. Show me Cephalid Illusionist. Are you going to stifle the oculus trigger? Oh, brainstorm. Sure. Okay, well, none of this matters. Do the ponder, since it gives me an Narcomoeba trigger. Okay. Am I dead? They swords my Voice of Victory. That's sad. Got a ponder. Another ponder. Bunch of mana in the pool. Wrath of the Skies. X equals 1. Yikes. Okay. That's bad. Oh, and of course I find the illusionist now. Well, I might as well play it. They've got a force. Okay. That's fine. I can't imagine I flip anything here. I'll turn a Narcomoeba into a Loki. That was actually probably worse because of Caracas and Narcomoeba being able to block the Quantum Riddler. Thoughtseize. Yeah, you can have my prismatic ending. Yep, Loki's back in my hand. Wasteland on my Tundra. That's pretty unfortunate. I drew a Meticulous Archive. I don't have a way to draw that. Put it in the graveyard, I guess. No attacks. I don't want any. Turn Brainstorm into a creature. Thoughtseize. Yep. You knew what was there, so that's fine. Tameo. What did Tameo just do? Delete herself to get a swords? Yeah. Swords my Oculus. Play a new Tameo. We've got a Voice of Victory. If I could turn this voice into another Oculus, I'd be feeling okay. Nope. Keep what we got. I don't really know how I win this game. Swords on a Quantum Riddler, I guess. Wasteland me again, sure. Drawing a card with a clue. Flips their Tameo. Is this another Riddler? Okay. I think this game is officially over. I can't cast that ponder. Okay. I'm good to concede here. GG's opponent. All right. On to round 4. All right. We're on the draw here in round 4. We're trying to keep the positive record alive. This hand doesn't have lands in it. Mulligan. Only the green lands and only the blue spells. Mulligan again. Okay, this is keepable enough. It's not very good, but it'll be fine. I'm going to put back the Beseju and the Narcomoeba. That works. Opponent starts on Elegant Parlor. Dumps a Ranger Captain. Huh. I'm not used to seeing this card in this format. Wonder if it's just some sort of card for energy, like Boros Energy. Searches a lot of the good energy stuff. I think Misty Hold Up Swords is my play here. Hold Up Swords or Surveil in the end step. There's a Wasteland. Hexing Squelcher. Well, I can't counter that one, but I can Swords to Plowshares it. Grab Tundra. Go ahead and Swords that. Okay, there's a Hedge Maze. Don't want to play that with that Wasteland face up. Also don't want the Urza Saga hung out there with the Wasteland face up. So I will play Snow-Covered Plains and a Nomad. Got a Windswept Teeth. It goes and gets a Plateau. Amped Raptor. Okay, yeah, so this is energy. Raptor hits Swords. That is unfortunate. And they take out my land. I figured as much. Well, didn't want to draw that card. So that's unfortunate. I will Hedge Maze. Another Urza Saga. I'll keep that on top. In Saga game for a little bit. Thalia. Okay. This is like Boros and Taxes. I'll play this Urza Saga and pass the turn. I take a whole bunch of damage. Ocelot Pride. That sucks. Another Ocelot Pride. Sure. Cool. Okay. I can play another Urza Saga and I can... If I play Loki, I miss out on a construct. And I think I'd rather have a construct. So just do nothing. These all have first strike. That sucks so bad. Okay. 2, 4, 5, 6. I go to 6. Another Ocelot Pride. Good lord. Cool. Awesome. I don't know that there's any feasible thing that I'm drawing to that keeps me from dying. I literally died just to the tokens. Oh, and because of how I tapped, I can't even put another blocker into play. Yeah, okay. This game is super over. I don't have any wraths in the sideboard. That's super unfortunate. I guess we want our removal suite, and we cut our Force of Wills because they have Hexing Squelcher. I'm not convinced that's correct, but it's the best idea I have. Seems like a really horrible matchup. Okay, this hand is not a hand that I want to keep. I can keep this one. Keep. I'm going to put the Beseiju back. Is that right? No. Let's put back one of the Ponders. And I will just start Trop Ponder. I would like to draw this Prismatic Ending and then likely fetch away a lot of this in the future. I'll draw the Tundra too, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. Opponent starts on a plateau. There's that Tundra. I'd like to fetch away the Narcomoeba. I could have brainstormed first. That was probably foolish. Let's grab Savannah. I'm going to go ahead and play this Birthing Ritual. Opponent did nothing. Okay. Discarded a Goblin Bombardment. Sure. Brainstorm? Sure. You can Pyroblast my Brainstorm. That's fine. Here's a Tundra and a Nomad. Do I want to flip this Nomad into anything? Flipping Nomad into Loki probably makes okay sense here. Opponent has a second land now. Containment Priest. Okay, my Birthing Ritual doesn't do anything, except it does because I have a Prismatic Ending to use on this Containment Priest. So I will start by Prismatic Ending the Containment Priest. Okay. And then Ponder. I think I'd like to draw Swords. I don't really care about any of these cards right now. I'll shuffle. I ended up with the Hedge Maze anyway. Go to combat. Play the Hedge Maze, get rid of this Tundra, and pass the turn. Yes, I will flip Loki into Oculus. Turn Meticulous Archive into a creature. I found a Wasteland. And Amped Raptor. Sure. Found a Johnny. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. Hate that. But I drew sword, so it's okay. Go to combat. I will attack with all of my things. Throw their Cat Warrior in front of my Manifest. Do I want to keep holding on to this Beseiju? Probably. I can't imagine a world where I flip this into anything. Yes, we'll make the Illusionist into a Manifest. Gives me a way to flip it over. Voice of Victory. That's fine. And a Swords. Unfortunate. But if I draw Nomad here, I just win the game. That's not Nomad. Yeah, I think unfortunately I just have to pass turn here. Yeah, none of that makes any... I can't flip into any of that, so it doesn't matter even if I wanted to. I guess there's a world where I could have upkeep chanted my opponent, but I don't think it makes sense. Okay, there's the Goblin Bombardment, which I will Beseiju. I want to get rid of this before combat. Do they have a basic? Oh, it doesn't have to be a basic, right? It just has to have a basic type. Okay, that's what we held on to that for. I'll take... Oh, I guess I could have blocked a warrior. Whatever. Another Amped Raptor. Gross. It flips into Ocelot Pride. Also gross. Okay. Draw Nomad. Prismatic Ending is not Nomad, but it can get rid of the Ocelot, which I think is the most threatening thing here. Okay. I'm going to put a stop in there. No, not flipping this into anything. Can I kick this too? I can. No, I can't because I tapped, or I never had a chance to kick it. Let's... Oh, I can't cast spells on their turn. I'm silly. There's the Ranger Captain. Just gonna go search for Guide or Pride, probably. Found Guide. Declare blockers. I'll block one of the warriors. Draw Nomad. That's not Nomad. If I Swords the Voice, I can chant them in their upkeep. But I don't know if I care about chanting them in their upkeep. Ranger Captain could silence me at some point if they think that makes sense. I'm just going to Swords the Ranger Captain, and I will pass the turn. Unfortunately, there's a Nomad going to the bottom. There's a Guide of Souls and a Johnny. That's gross. I hate Johnny. That card is so good. I'm going to take a ton of damage. They're going to gain a ton of life. I yet again could have blocked a token and didn't, but that one life is not going to matter where we're going. They paused on my upkeep. I wonder if they set that up for the Ranger Captain and forgot. Oh my gosh. We did it. Okay. One for the Chant, one for the Nomad, and then flip the Illusionist. Let's try it. Dang. Okay. Yeah, and having a special action here doesn't matter. I'm going to flip it face up anyway, just so they know. I'll play this Nomad and then concede. All right. Yeah, this matchup seems really bad. GG's opponent. That was pretty fun. On to the final round. I'm on the play in the final round. This hand can brainstorm on turn 1, but then could potentially be brainstorm locked. That seems risky. I'm going to try it. I have Loki Nomad, which I haven't gotten to do at all yet. We'll talk about it more in the debrief, but so far this deck is fun, but I feel like I draw a lot of air, and I don't know if that is just because I'm playing it poorly and the play patterns are just leading to me feeling like I'm not doing anything, or if it's the mixture of having all the ritual stuff in addition to the breakfast instead of just being a pure breakfast deck. Not sure. Let's cast this brainstorm. All right, cool. We found lands. I don't need all of this Nomad. I'm going to put 2 Nomads back and pass the turn. Opponent starts with an Urza Saga. Do they have extra mana so that they can actually do anything with the Urza Saga? They saw a Nomad's Encore. They know what I'm up to. Play this fetch land. I don't want to get another Nomad. Fetch Tundra. Play Loki. Pass the turn. Saga takes up to 2. There's the Ancient Tomb. Okay, so yep, they're still going to be able to make constructs. Chalice of the Void on 1. Well, that's extremely bad. Wow, that is so bad. Okay, cool. Here's a Lotus Petal. Emery, Melt Over. Mostly nothing. Thought Monitor. Okay, drew a Misty Rainforest. I can't cast almost anything that's in my hand. So that's cool. Misty Combat. Am I willing to trade Loki for Emery? Probably. Yeah, they didn't take it. Didn't take the bait. Took the damage. I'll just pass turn. Oh, yeah, Saga's going off now, so I'm going to have to fetch before they get a Pithing Needle. I might have accidentally passed through. No, okay. Here's where I'm going to fetch. Let's get Hedge Maze. Don't want this basic island. Okay, so I've got a 2/2. It's going to be a 3/3. It's a skateboard, so it's going to be a fast 3/3. Doing a kickflip on my Tundra. Another Urza's Saga. Emery going to grab the Urza's Bauble, so they don't need mana right now. They just want to draw cards. Makes sense. Now the construct knows how to skateboard, and it's going to hurt me. Take 5. They sack their Bauble, see a Swords. I have to draw Beseiju, basically. There's a Voice of Victory. That doesn't really help me. I mean, I'll play it, but I think this game is over. I didn't play my land. Oh well. I have 4 cards in my hand I can't cast anyway, so can't imagine I need the land. See the Synod. Construct gonna get even bigger. Thoughtcast. The Fantasticar. Okay, sure. Emery's grabbing Bauble again. The 3rd spell for Fantasticar. And there's the 4th spell. I am dead. Okay, to the sideboard. How do I fight this? Needle on Saga is good. Damping Sphere is good. Consign, Fluster, Force of Negation. I can take out the Force of Wills for all this other stuff. Take out the Orange Chant, take out the Swords. Need a couple more. Unfortunately, they know I'm breakfast, so that's not great. Oculus is big enough to actually kind of fight things. I'm honestly not sold on Loki so far. I just haven't actually gotten it to do anything, which is unfortunate. I think the card is really cool, but it hasn't done anything at all this league. I think I've drawn literally 0 cards off of it. Honestly, I'm going to cut all the Lokis to bring a Swords back in. Does damping sphere make sense? It does slow down the car. Yeah, okay, we'll try this. I can... This hand's pretty stinky. Archive Surveil, then Urza Saga, play Nomad. I mean, if they don't interact with me at all, I guess it's good. I guess I'll keep it. Well, but one of the Narcomoebas is here, so that could be a problem. Leave Consign on top and pass the turn. Opponent's got Ancient Tomb straight into Chalice on 1. Right. This is so terrible. I think I've already lost this game. I don't know how I ever beat that unless I draw immediately into Beseju. There's a Saga. Unless I find another land, I'm going to have a problem with it too. Let's just play an Illusionist, I guess. I probably should have been an Narcomoeba. I guess Saga can go and get Shuko. And that's how I can do stuff through the Chalice, but I don't imagine a world where that happens. Here's Fantasticar. Yep. Tormod's Crypt. I guess there's a world where if I don't do anything, I can replicate on the Fantasticar, and that gets through the Chalice. Do you have one more? Am I just run over by a car? Yep, I get run over by a car. I'm good. I'm just going to concede here. This is what Legacy is right now. Can't wait for the car to go away. GG, opponent. That is the end. Let's go debrief. Okay, that was 1-4. Not a great showing. I do think this deck is cool. I think similar to how Bosch felt when he played it, I think that maybe some of this stuff is just a little too cute. Loki, as cool as the card is, and I know it is a staple of regular breakfast decks, it just didn't do anything at all this league. So I'm not sure what the solution to that is. I do think that the birthing ritual, Abhorrent Oculus, and Voice of Victory stuff was probably too cute, even though I think it's really cool. I think it's fun to experiment with that kind of stuff. I don't know that it actually works in this very good breakfast shell that's already kind of figured out. I also probably just played pretty poorly. I've never played breakfast. I think the deck is cool, but I don't know that I really understand when it is right to send it and that sort of thing. But I'm going to go ahead and leave this one here. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.